Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave and welcome to my channel. You've been here before, welcome back. Before we get started, my price of admission. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification below. You guys are watching my videos, but you're all not sub yet. So let me help you by helping me out here and give you guys a few seconds to do this. Okay, we got those few seconds out the way. We don't do long intros. Today's video, we're coming back to Kendra G. Shout out to DR who emailed me this video. I will say, if you guys send me the videos and it works with the platform, I will react to it. In this one here, did a woman call into Kendra's platform stating that 80K was not enough? Oh, we can't make this up, tribe. So we're going to get to the video and we're going to try to make this make sense.
So I live in New Jersey. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
New Jersey.
East Coast, y'all.
New York. That's where you're from?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh, the wall is here,
Do you
y'all.
have any children?
No kids, but I would love
No
kids.
You love kids. What do you do for a living?
So I work in real estate. I'm actually getting my license next month.
Real estate.
Okay.
Can't make it.
So this is, when's your birthday or zodiac sign?
May 18th.
Damn, zodiacs.
Taurus gang.
The best sign.
That is true. I'm a Taurus and I can contest to it. So this is Nzinga.
And Zynga.
Nzinga. From Brooklyn, but lives in Jersey. 32, is a Taurus. Works in real estate. No kids. What kind of man you looking for?
Here we go, y'all.
Okay, so he has to be tall because I'm 5'11". I prefer chocolate. I love dark men. I'm trying to think.
Stopping early. Tall, dark, and handsome. Cliche. They all want it.
Definitely has to
You
be
wouldn't date a
ambitious.
man your complexion?
I would. It's not my preference. Not saying they're ugly. It's just not my preference, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get mad at the preference here. I want to backtrack here when she said that she's 5'11". And here's the situation, guys. A woman this height here, I can understand why that she wants someone her height or taller. Now, she's going to need someone that's 6 feet tall. Unfortunately, I feel bad for women like this here because we already know the demographics and how many 6 feet tall men are in this country. No matter the race, you're looking at between 9.8 to 11% overall here. And the fact that she's going to want this to be a black man and he's going to have to be tall and dark and chocolate, hey, she already has many strikes right here because the kind of man that she's looking for is already minimal. We're not even getting to her red flags. It's just the number, the population. I want to drive that home to the ladies. Let's continue now.
Yeah. So has to be tall. Has to have, you know, 6-figure job.
Oh God.
Have, you know, has to be
He has to have, okay, so
has to have
he
6
has
figures.
6 figures?
Yeah, 6 figures.
So if he made 80,000, you couldn't do it?
No, like I'm at the point in my life where, you know, like I want a soft life. So I don't want to be like, I can't love you if I got to worry about what you can't afford, you know?
Tribe, y'all hear this? 80,000 to 100,000 is $20,000 difference in year. You take away taxes and then the miscellaneous items that come into play, whether it's in federal, state, you're taking your insurance out of that there, that $20,000 difference is going to equate to what? Give or take to roughly around 12 to 13,000 to spread out for the entire year, which is going to roughly come out to what an additional, about roughly like $600, maybe $700 extra a month. So you're telling me that you need an extra soft life for $700 a month when you already make 6 figures. Why do you need a soft life if you're bringing this income here? If you're making this here, why don't, it's the issue about combining incomes together. You know why, fellas? Because they don't want to spend their money. They want all of your money and don't want to touch none of their money. And then once again, we got a woman talking about 80,000 not enough when only 13% of black men make 75,000 a year. And we want to get to the $100,000 a year marker. Only 7% of black men make this, and that's not including if they're already married or their sexual orientation. So lady, the fact that you're tall, the fact that you're 32 years old, and then you're having all these extra requirements, we know why you're single. But let's continue. There could be more.
are entitled to your preference. But what happens
Yes.
if, like, let's say you get married one day and your husband, God forbid, he gets an accident and he can't work anymore?
That's different
Interesting.
because, I mean, he's been providing. I don't mind stepping it up. Like, I have my own money, so I don't mind, stepping.
See, the fact you said you got your own money, so that's different. We don't trust you. We don't believe you because of off the rip that you're gonna cut us short for $20,000 a year. But then you say I got my own money and you established the situation here. We already gonna think that if we're not making this money here, you're gonna run for the hills. And as fellas, when we see this here, we're not gonna entertain this here because we don't need to be pulled out of our pockets and next thing you know, you're gone when the signs start looking bad here. We don't need that, and lady, we see that here. Let's continue.
You want him to come in with what you have.
Yes,
wow, you want to be at the finish line.
So nothing less than 6 figures. You won't even date it.
No.
Do you typically date men that make 6 figures and
Yes.
more?
Mhm.
Okay.
Really?
What's happening with those?
Yeah, where are those men at then?
So I was engaged last year.
Oh, you was engaged?
He wasn't really honest about everything. So I also need a man that's just honest. Like, I feel like it should be a partnership. So you have to be honest. Like, I don't care if you're going through financial trouble. I don't care if whatever's going on, I need to know about it. So open communication is important to me too.
Wait a minute. You said you was engaged last year, but wasn't honest. What was he not honest about? You see, we got these black women who are the engagement queens. We'll have a gang of engagements, but no marriages here. We need to know the reason why that you broke up an engagement because he said he wasn't being honest. Was he a habitual liar? Did he cheat? What are these items here? Or was it the fact that you were accustomed to certain items and the fact that he was not going to be able to provide that, and so you ran for the hills? There are so many items here that Kendra's not even asking, just leaving it open. But as us men here, we see this like, we're not checking for this. But let's continue. Could it get better or it's going to get worse?
Okay. I interjected, so keep going with your list.
Oh, it's okay. So somebody who's kind. I don't mind like a guy who's nerdy. I'm not really looking for toxic relationship.
They all say that.
Definitely has to be ambitious. I don't really care about, degrees and stuff because honestly, like student loans and everything, that was a big waste of time. So as long as you have the ambition and, you want more out of life, it's A-okay with me.
Wait a minute. When she said student loans is a waste of time, that was kind of fast here. Tribe. When I hear something like that, I hear you was in college and you got a gang of student loan debts. And so that's the reason why you're not worried about other degrees, because you know if that man went to school, he probably has a lot of student loan debt. So fellas, I may be reaching here, but when I hear this is not the first time I've heard this here. You need to run away no matter if she's a perfect 10, because as soon as you marry her, her student loan debt becomes your student loan debt. Let's continue.
Okay. Look, they asking me to do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, Kendra Cam. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
So you ready for it, honey?
Let's see if she can require this.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure everything is, because I have my pajamas on.
Why do you got your pajamas on?
Only women be
Why are you not
all
dressed?
types
To be on
of excuses before we get to the Kendra Cam child.
No, I want to make sure, I don't have any slips. I don't want any slips or anything. Can you see?
Oh. Can y'all see?
Wait a minute. Hold on. What?
Okay.
Hold on. You the size of a Lizzo. Hold on, let me blow the screen up here. Oh God, I gotta pull the full screen up here, guys. I'm gonna play a little bit longer here. Look how big she is. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. Hold on. Hold up. You gonna tell me you gonna ask for all this when you at least 250? Okay, I'm gonna let Kendra talk a little bit longer here, but you gonna ask for all this and you are not even in shape for the man you looking for. Yes, I'm gonna be mean here. I'm gonna be rude because you know what though? There's preferences. You can want what you want here, but do you really think you're gonna get what you're gonna get? Looking like this? Yes, I'm gonna say that. Call me mean. Call that dude the canceller, all right? It's okay because people need to hear words that is based in reality. Let's continue.
Okay.
Yes.
Does the guy have to look a certain way besides being tall and dark skinned?
Oh boy, here we go.
No, and I don't want to say like he has to be dark skinned. That's just my preference,
Okay. Oh, we did all those questions already. So when was your last relationship? Say your name for me again. Nzinga?
Nzinga.
I can't even pronounce your name.
What was your last
Nzinga?
relationship?
Like the game?
Yeah, so a year ago, I was engaged. Yeah, it's been a year. Wow, it's been a year.
He was engaged a year ago.
Okay, you don't got to answer this question, but I'm going to ask. When was the last time you was intimate with someone?
Oh, you gonna answer this one?
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
2 months ago. Is that guy an option?
No, he's just a sneaky link.
That's a sneaky link.
A sneaky link? Guys, do you hear this here? She lets other men smash who is not even requiring marriage. We don't know if this guy even makes 100,000 or he's just somebody who appeases to her sexually so that she can get that back arch. She can go ahead and get those buns glazed. She ain't requiring a dude 2 months ago to make 100,000. So why does this man that you want to marry need to have this here? You see the two items and the hypocrisy, how women do this here? Let's continue, fellas. This is already worse.
He's a longtime friend.
Oh, longtime friend?
No.
Okay. All right.
Wait a minute.
So why do you
if he's a longtime friend, fellas, you got to know that she got this man in her back pocket so that knowing when things are going bad, she's going back to the sneaky link.
think you're single, Nzinga?
Well, I've been doing a lot of healing over the last year, so
A lot of healing.
Now I'm finally ready to date. I definitely feel that, you know, before I didn't communicate. Like if I was angry, I would just kind of just ghost you and not say anything.
Oh yes, I
So
told
I've
you she's
been
a
working
runner.
on that too, and being more open.
I
You know,
called
not
it.
so close-minded about, you know, things that don't matter. Like, oh, he doesn't have to have a six-pack and like all this stuff. Like I don't care about that anymore.
You're closed-minded, but you
So,
want to got
like,
100,000.
been doing
You still
healing.
there?
Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Oh Lord, here we go.
Because I'm lit. I'm a Taurus. Like, hello.
Who cares
you
about
know, I have a
zodiacs?
personality, I got my own money. I'm an event planner. I know how to cook.
You an event
I know how to
planner?
love, and I'm just overall lit.
Okay. Listen, I think you're dope. I like you.
This
But
is
I do
bad
want to ask
tribe.
you something that I've heard men say on the show because
What
you're
you gonna
here
say,
to get it,
Kendra?
right? So going back to your requirements of salary, which you have the right to. I just want you to respond to a comment that might say, well, what if someone said we don't feel as though you are the size to require that?
Kendra
What's your
said it.
response be to that?
Cause you a big girl.
It's never been an issue before. I mean, I've dated rich men. I've dated celebrities. So size has nothing to do with what your requirements are.
I'm pausing that here. Yes, it does. You saying you dated rich men. No, you smash rich men. You may have smashed well-to-do men, but they never dated you. You were just temporary.
And if you don't like me because of my size, that's A-okay. I've never had an issue getting a man and a rich man. So.
And what? The rich men though, but why don't they stay around? What happens? Why
They don't stay around.
I think the men that I've dated are like a little weird or demanding.
What?
I will honestly say that the men that I've dated want like a housewife, and I'm
Yes.
not like a housewife kind of girl. Like I want to have my own career.
Oh,
So
That's a common thing for most men that you're financial wise, because they just want a woman. We talked about this last week, I think, on Instagram. Men that generally make a certain amount of money, they just want someone to add into their plan.
right. Exactly.
So it seems like you have a good job, a good salary. You said you make over 6 figures. So that's where the challenge comes. This is what I was talking about last week. A man that makes over 6 figures typically doesn't mind dating a woman that can make 20,000. All they care about is she pretty and can she go along with my plan because I'm gonna provide for her.
I'm stopping Kendra here because she's getting long-winded, but I want to add my point in here. You see, this woman wants the type of man that she is not. See, my high-value men here in this tribe here, my Henrys, all right? High earners, not rich yet. Even if you're not there, if you're above average, you making 80,000 a year. We don't want our women to act in this manner here where that she is acting masculine. She is acting like the man. She is trying to be the driving factor and the force in a relationship. We do want women who want to be in our program, who are fit, feminine, and friendly. Not someone who says, I just want my career and then you fit in here because that man doesn't need you. He can find another woman 10 years younger and 75 pounds lighter. Let's continue.
The challenge comes in when a woman as yourself makes that same amount of money. You don't want what the opposite of the guy wants. Like you wouldn't, you already said it, not date a guy that makes less money than you. Not saying you have to, but that's where the challenge comes in. You won't date a guy that makes less money than you, but the guy that makes the same amount or more wants you to go along with his plan, but you don't want to do that because you got your own plan.
So how you gonna find that man, girl?
And that was the issue in my last relationship.
Oh,
too.
wow, really?
You know, he wanted me to be like that, stay at home, cook, clean, provide for me. But like, I want a career. I didn't want a career before. I was definitely, I've been engaged 3 times actually.
3 times?
I engaged 3 times?
What?
Yeah.
Why did none of them end in marriage?
Well, the first one I was like 18.
Engagement queens, y'all.
The second one I was 20. And then fast forward to my last one, I was 30. And so I'm 32. So, now that I want a career and I have a career, I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife. I want a partner that we can both make money together.
Men don't want partners. Men want a wife. Men want a spouse. When you're driving in a car, he has the steering wheel, you sit in the passenger seat. You get in the airplane, there is the pilot and the co-pilot, and he sits there on his own, make sure everything's cool, but he ain't touching the wheel, okay? There is the train conductor, and then you have your engineers aside. There is no partnership. There's supposed to be barriers that you put in place in a relationship where that men have roles and women have roles. But for some reason, this day and age, women want to reverse that. You want someone who's equal, and you cannot have an equal with a man making this kind of money. This man who's established, because he doesn't want that. He doesn't want you, ladies. This is what you want. But here's the idea here. If you want something here, you're going to have to conform. You're going to have to adapt. It's not all about you. You think that this man's going to show up here, because I already gave you the numbers of how many of these men are available on this in this country here. And you think that they know that they're very limited. They're going to conform to you? Let's continue.
Okay. So in all your dynamics of engagement, was it you that said, no, I don't want to get married?
Yes.
She's running away, y'all.
Because
Runner.
you're being honest with yourself before you married the man, and But I just think, listen, I think you're dope. I think you're pretty.
You see Kendra with the sister code?
You seem focused. But listen, people get so mad at me when I talk about the 6 figures. The only reason why sometimes I feel like I just think companionship is somebody dope. Not saying a bum. I'm not saying a bum guy. But if you meet a guy that makes $80,000 and can rock with your life, don't write him off, because that's where the disconnect happens. Like I said, the opposite of you, a guy that makes what you make would date a woman that makes $80,000 or less if she goes along with his plan. If you can meet a man that can align with the plan that you have on, and it's not a bum.
Hear that? You gotta hear about
because
bum.
I would hate, because I mean, it seems like
80,000 not bum.
I say that is you've been engaged 3 times, and I'm assuming all of the men made 6 figures,
except for my last one.
Okay.
But that's why I kind of don't want to do that again, because it felt like a project.
A project.
So, I mean, if he makes 80,000, I would at least like him to have something in the pipeline, like maybe some investment properties, maybe a business he's starting. You know what I mean?
I almost want to ask you, but you don't have to answer. Do you want to tell your salary?
I'll tell it to the man I'm dating.
Okay. But I'm assuming you make well over 6 figures, because you shit on 80,000, like that ain't
right.
An option.
I'm in my 30s though. Like if I was in my 20s, I might be okay with it. But like
girl, there's some
you
people
need it now in your 30s.
I'm sorry. Oh, and my nails are not even done. Don't even judge me.
Yeah, we judging you.
Listen, you know what?
We judging you.
It is your life. It's your world. You do you, girl. I hope you get all that you desire. I truly do.
I'm stopping the video here, y'all. She's not gonna get all her desires. Let's recap really fast here. This is sad. This is so sad that we see once again Black modern woman who is not even in shape. She is at least 225, 250. We didn't get her height because, our dear brother Kevin Samuels would have found out her height and her dress size. That Kendra doesn't ask. She just goes to the Kendra cam. But we can see visually that you are a big woman who's 32 years old with no kids, and you make 6 figures. You know something? You are already a type of woman that the man that you're looking for doesn't want. First things first here, you need to lose the weight. Hate to say it. Men want fit women. Okay? And if you're gonna come with this attitude talking about, I can do this in my 20s, but my 30s, I need this here. We know though, that man doesn't need you. You think the fact that you offered something to the table with your size and your attitude, then the fact that you, like Kendra said, shitted on 80,000 a year. I gotta repeat this again. Only 13% of Black men, regardless of sexuality, height, everything you want to put on there, make 75,000 a year. 5,000 less than that. Only 13%. We get to 100,000. I gotta keep repeating this over and over again. Only 7% of Black men make this. Total in this country, about 10.2% of men, doesn't matter if they Black, white, Puerto Rican men, just the whole genre of men, 10.2% make over 100,000. And then we're not talking about if they're already married, if they even are sexually attracted to you, if their sexual orientation. So you just want to dwindle that number down to say maybe 2 to 1% if you're lucky. And then you just want to disregard the man that makes 80,000. When we break it down, it's no more about $600-700 extra a month. This woman has no idea that men watch this here and we're saying, why are we dealing with this? Why do we want to rock with this here? She's already disrespecting me and my income and not even judging the character of the kind of man that I am. You are judging my wallet and I am not even broke. So when fellas see this here, what are we saying? We're packing up our pocketbook, we're packing up our hearts, and we're saying, we don't need it. We don't want to deal with this here. And that's why you are single at 32 years old. You are a runner. You run away from men. And when men notice that you are just a track star, how do you think that you're gonna be on Kendra's show and thinking that the next man who does make the money that you're looking for, may have these requirements, is gonna wanna rock with you? So fellas, you see this here? We already know what we're doing here. The size alone saying we're running for the hills. Her salary says that she's not gonna work with us here, so we're running for the hills. Fellas, we need to find a woman who's gonna be in our program, who's gonna be in our accord, who wants to be with us because they wanna be with us, not because of our salary and our jobs and all the superficial items that come to play. Because women, we see this, we see superficial, and when we don't want you, and men are looking at their other options. So fellas, guard your heart and your walls, because seeing this here, you're gonna be a future ex-husband if you fall for this here, and you're not gonna be happy because she's not giving you that fit slender, and she's gonna run you the way that she's running her salary and not spend any of her money. Comment, like, subscribe, and click on that bell notification below. Let me know what you think about my commentary and Kendra here and this modern Lizzo-sized woman who is shitting on $80,000 men. Yeah, I said it here because that's disrespectful. I want to know what you guys think here. But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. See y'all later, YouTube world.